In this one, what we're going to be doing is cleaning up our fire function inside of our weapon class. So currently we have it set to return a Boolean, whether or not we could fire or not, as well as we set it up so we had to take in a parameter, which is the shooting character. Well, we don't really need that because the owner of the weapon is just a pointer to our character, just in the form of a actor. So if we go to cast it, we can easily cast it from, the return of get owner into a Nazi zombie character. And that's what we did with our reload function inside of it. So if we look here in our reload implementation, for example, we do a cast and we do get owner and that kind of stuff. So that's what we're going to be doing inside of our fire function. So let's begin in our weapon space.h. I'm going to remove the parameter and change the return type to void. Same thing in the .cpp. And over in our weapon semi, we look here, all we're doing is we're calling the supers of these functions. So they're honestly not even needed. So what we're going to do is we're going to completely take those out, get rid of them, like so. And now in our weapon full, we're going to do the same thing, make the return type a void, and get rid of the parameter being passed in, like so. And then in super fire, we just get rid of the passed in parameter again. Now what we can do is we can get rid of the return, like so. Go up here, on client fire, just get rid of the passing in of the variable. And we're just about good to go. We need to go to our Nazi zombie character again. It's no longer returning anything. It doesn't take in a parameter. So let's get rid of the parameter, copy it, and paste it like so, because it no longer returns anything that we need to worry about doing something with, because the animations are all being set up and played inside of the weapon class. So we're not quite done yet, because we made some changes, such as in our, let's see, here we have our on client fire. We'll start here. So what we're doing is we're calling fire in our on client fire, and what that did, well, before all it did was decrement the ammo. Oh, well, we need to finish this real quick. So what we're going to do is the same thing that we did in our reload, such as this. So we do the if statement and we just simply cast from get owner to a Nazi zombie character. Do the exact same thing at the very top. Form the cast and get a closing bracket and remove the returns like so. Now I want to change character to player. Change everything saying shooting player to player. Like so. So I'm just going to go ahead and begin the compile, but we're not done. Next, we need to look at this. So, and on client fire, we're calling super fire. And what we're doing here is this previously was this function, but this function all it did was decrement our ammo. Now it does way more. So we want to get rid, well, change it up so we don't do all of this. So what we do in our weapon full, we're going to check if our ammo is greater than 0. If it is, we fire. So we fire, but we don't have any decrement of the ammo. So what we're going to do is we're going to take super fire, we're going to decrement the ammo, so we're going to subtract current magazine ammo by 1 and continue. That's going to keep happening until the end, until we're out of ammo, in which case this is going to run. So now let's look at our implementation on the server. So server start, full auto fire implementation, start full auto fire. Okay, that's good to go because that's not touching anything. So I'm going to go ahead and do a compile and make sure this is working. I'll just make sure everything's working in general, which it should be. And then we can pretty much, we're, I'd say, just about done with our full auto weapon class. So that way we can go ahead and set up, I'll just rename our current blueprint version and move it to where it's supposed to be. Let's wait for the hang to finish. As usual. We're also going to change over the stats from the STG into what this weapon is too. Eventually, there we go. So this should be the blueprint of the weapon, which it is. Right, still got it set to 5 shots in the magazine. Let's check. So, full auto first. Stop at 5, I switch to semi, still can't shoot. Back to full, still can't shoot. Reloading all that's still good. I'm checking for semi. Alright, run out of ammo, we're good there. Make sure they take damage. I'm using the pistol damage right now, so that all seems to be fine. Reloading like normal is good, so I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and change this class up. So I'm going to open up the STG class and look at the stats for it. So we have 7411, 7411. Then for ammo, we have 180 and 30. So 180 and 30. Compile save. Let's delete this class here. Everything goes so slow. There we go. Right click and drag this, our test class, into our STG44 folder and rename it to BP_STG44. So now we should be good. So it's one shot to the head. I don't know if those are going far enough. Oh, bam, I'm out of ammo. And 3 to the body. So damage seems to be back to normal and everything like that. So I'd say we're pretty much good to go. Now up next, we're going to be working on setting up a fire rate. So that way we can easily change the rate of fire to rounds per minute. And that'll, it's literally just going to control our fire rate. So I will see you in the next one.